Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? Guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're just gonna be addressing the Subaru, as you can kind of see, is on jack stands, so we're going to be addressing that issue. The Mustang's also broke, so we're also going to be addressing that. So with that being said, let's dive right into it. Alright guys, so as you can see, the Subaru is on jack stands. Was on the way to work the other day, hit something, and it's making a terrible noise. So we're gonna address it. I already know what it is, but we're going to address it to the channel here in a second. The truck is fine, thank gosh, so I got something to drive. The Mustang is also broke, so that we're talking about that as well. I also got a new camera, so I don't have to use my phone anymore, which is great. So the quality of the video should be better. Just means I'm gonna have to learn to edit and take a little more time with my videos, and that's okay. But let's dive into the Subaru and get up underneath it and look at what's going on. Alright guys, so as you can see, the exhaust has come apart from the header. I guess I hit something, and when I did, it broke the bolts, because it is completely disconnected. So that's not good. Luckily it doesn't have to be welded, so I can just bolt it back together. So we'll probably end up doing that this weekend, so I can drive this thing again, since it is my daily. Also, I don't know if you can see right there, the axle has kind of notched itself a spot in the frame, so I've got to figure out what to do about that as well, because it's causing a terrible vibration issue with the rod of this thing, so we'll have to figure that out as well. Also, I took obviously the front wheels are off, but I took the time to look at the tires, and the tires are still in great shape. I thought that maybe the tires were playing a role into the vibration issue. I'm gonna clean up the inner barrels, because I want to see if I can figure out what specs these are, because these are 17s. I'd like to go 18s, just to have a little bit of better fitment, and I need to add a tad bit of camber to the rear, because as you can see, the wheel hits right here and it has destroyed the lip of this fender. So it's actually chunked the wheel a little bit too, but we'll have to see if I can clean the barrels up and figure out the specs and start looking for some 18s for this thing, because I'm enjoying this car a lot, as everybody else is as well. So, but up under this thing is actually not bad. I was expecting it to be a lot worse under here with it as low as it is. So I mean, it's not terrible. The exhaust, see if I can get you a shot right there, is caved in. It's got a massive hole in it, so I've got to fix that. But there's no leaks up front or anything, which is great. Back to the blast pipes, but let's address this thing. This thing needs to be addressed really badly. So the other day, we were changing the spark plugs in this thing because it started running really bad on the way home from Gatlinburg. So I went ahead and changed the plugs in it, hoping it would help it. And the back plug, as you can see, goes right here. And I didn't disconnect the battery. Long story short, I put the socket in, arced it off the battery, and now it runs fine. It runs a lot better, but I don't have any power steering. So these cars have electronic power steering racks in them. So I'm hoping what the issue is I just, oh Lord, when it arced and shorted, it just blew the fuse for the rack. That's kind of what I'm hoping, because Ford quoted me $1,500 to $2,000 to put a new rack in this thing. So I'm not trying to do that if I don't have to. I'd much rather pay for a $30 fuse or a relay than a $2,000 rack, as I'm sure, you know, most people would. So we'll fix the Mustang a little later. the Subaru getting fixed is more priority to me at the moment because I do daily the Subaru with the way gas is and the price of gas and everything right now. So the Mustang, I don't have any shows left for the year. I was supposed to go to Simon F. Myrtle at the end of this month, but I'm not going. We're actually going to Vegas, me and 2 buddies of mine, and I'll be bringing the camera on that trip as well. So that'll be a good time. Document the Vegas trip. I've never been, so it should be a really good time. But I think I'm going to clean the truck up. I'll get some shots of cleaning the truck up and stuff, and it needs it really bad. I haven't. It's the first time I've drove it in probably a month and a half. So let's get this going. We'll clean the truck up, and then we'll close out the video after that. All right, guys. So I'm not going to. I was gonna wash the truck, but I came out here and turned the water on, and my hose is busted. So I've got a massive hole in the hose somewhere. I guess it busted because it's got cold recently, so guess I won't be doing that, which is fine. But kind of what I want to do really quick is look at I want to add some camber to this thing eventually. So let's look at what it's going to take if I added some camber. So this is initially where it sits. So if we go somewhere here. I mean, that's a good bit, because like I said, we're sitting here right now, and the top camber plate for the front's already maxed out. So if we can take it, maybe not as much as I just had it, maybe, you know, here, but I would love to get it here and have an aggressive set of 18s. But I think that'd look pretty good, honestly. Y'all know me by now with the Miata and everything. I like my fitment and stuff. But we have a spacer on here, and I didn't know that when I bought one the other day, a little 3mm. So I want to see how this thing looks without the spacer on it. I mean, I can't really. It's a 3mm spacer. You can't really tell a huge difference. I don't know. I need to bolt it back up and see if it'll fix my turning issue, because I rub when I turn in the front. So let's do that really quick and see what we're working with. All right, so with the spacer off, now granted, the car is in the air, so the weight of the car isn't down on the wheel. However, it's still probably gonna hit when I turn here. However, we're hitting right here is pretty much where I think we're hitting, is right up in here. Because I mean, I can get my hand through it, but it's super tight right there. So I don't really know. I may not be able to go as aggressive as I would. Well, I don't know. If I go more negative offset, right, I don't have to worry about the rear turning, obviously. If I go a little tad more negative offset and run a smaller barrel, a little more lip, I should be able to clearance, because right now with these, the camber that I showed you a minute ago, if I added that much camber, it hits the strut tower. Hits the strut tower, hits the frame, everything. So if I go if I go less offset, it'll push the wheel out more, add bigger lip, smaller barrel, should add more clearance to be able to camber and stuff. The only issue I'm gonna have doing that is the rear. And I say that because the rear is already pretty flush. I had to raise it when I got it, as y'all know from the last video, but I don't know, I may be able to add a tad bit more camber in the rear if I do go more aggressive and do it that way. So, but we'll have to see. Like I said, I need to get it fixed first, and find wheels and do all that mess, and then we'll fix the Mustang over the winter. I've got a lot of stuff to do over the winter, so be on the lookout for videos for this thing. It should be a good time. But with that being said, guys, that's gonna be the end of this video. It was just kind of an update video, trying to let y'all know what was going on with everything. You know, I finally got a camera, so I don't have to worry about using my phone all the time now. So uploads should be more frequent because I can manage everything else and not have to worry about using my phone. The video quality should be a lot better, maybe. It's pretty. Ended up with a G7X Mark II is what I ended up with. So that's pretty good. First camera. It's getting cold here in North Carolina, so hoodie weather, sweatpants weather. But I love it. I'd rather it be cold than hot. But share this, share the channel with your friends. I appreciate all the support from everybody. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what wheels I should run for the Subaru. Give me options, give me opinions. Send me links, send me pictures of wheels and stuff. I'll put my personal Instagram in the description below, and the YouTube and the page's Instagram in the description below. Let me know. I love hearing y'all's opinions, and I love different ideas of stuff. But until the next one, guys, I appreciate y'all, and y'all have a good night.